Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, like the video and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Often ranked in the top 10 of Hong Kong cinema's top 100 movies, Long Arm of the Law is a gritty, no-nonsense thriller that went on to rack up a decent 9 nominations at the 1985 Hong Kong Film Awards, and despite only winning 2, has continued to be a firm favourite for many over the decades. One such nomination was for Best Screenplay, based on the script written by Philip Chan, a policeman turned actor who also wrote hits such as Nightcaller, Inspector Chocolate, From Page, and Long Arm of the Law 2, the first of 3 sequels for this hit film. Aside from the latter, Chan would also direct the majority of his written work, as well as helming titles such as Simon Yam's long-forgotten Tongs, A Chinatown Story, Sammo Hung's Return of Pom Pom, and the brilliant Where's Officer Tuba. And it's clear that both he and Sammo had a great working relationship, with Chan popping up in numerous Sammo Hung films over the years, and the martial arts movie legend producing Long Arm of the Law for him under the Boho Films banner, as well as lending a hand for the film's intense action scenes. Joining him would be prolific producer Johnny Mack, making his directorial debut here, which would, ironically, also be his last. Although he was greeted with much praise and support for what he delivered with Long Arm of the Law, Johnny would only help write and produce his 3 sequels, with his brother Michael taking over directorial duties. While the film tells the simple tale of mainlanders coming to Hong Kong to get rich quick by forming a criminal gang and robbing jewellery stores, it would be the tense situations and repercussions that unfold afterwards that starts to reshape things. From gripping chase scenes through the neon-lit streets of Hong Kong to the ballistic shootouts inside the claustrophobic walled city, Long Arm of the Law fast becomes a story of self-destruction and desperation, delivering a bloody and violent showdown courtesy of Billy Chan and the Sammo Hung stunt team. Although Mack opts to use many unknown faces as his main cast, Hong Kong film fans will still recognise a number of stars on screen, such as the brilliant David Lam Wai, a Shaw Brothers actor who used his role here as a stepping stone into modern action cinema. Aside from his roles in hit films such as 5 Element Ninjas, Buddha's Palm, Holy Flame of the Martial World, and 8 Diagram Pole Fighter, fans will know Lam for his roles in Jackie Chan's Project A2, A Chinese Ghost Story, Dragons Forever, King of Beggars, and many more. Chan Ging, from films such as Yes Madam, Royal Warriors, Tiger Cage, and Magnificent Warriors, also appears, as does the prolific Shum Wai, Tommy Wong, Alex Ng Hong Ling, and Jackie Chan stunt team member Ben Lam. Widely regarded as one of the first heroic bloodshed movies, a genre that was soon popularised by John Woo with the A Better Tomorrow trilogy, The Killer, Bullet in the Head, and many others, Long Arm of the Law proves to be less stylised than what was to follow, but its grittiness and rawness allows for a realistic look at the underbelly of the Hong Kong crime scene. There's no denying that such a movie inspired much of what was to come from the genre over the next few decades, that saw its first sequel get its release a lengthy 3 years later, with Part 3 following in 1989, and Part 4, also known as Underground Express, just a year after that. Connected by name only, each chapter follows the same basic storyline of criminal Chinese mainlanders fighting against Hong Kong cops, and although not as highly regarded as the first, all of them still deserve to be seen as exciting thrillers from Hong Kong cinema's heyday.